ba 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 da boo. Ba 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 da boo. Beep ba 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 da boo. Ba 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 da ba da baby.
Back up vocals.
Back up the vocals. Wow, that works. It works so well.
Vocals.
Circles, burkles, my schmirkles.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Testing, testing. Welcome to the show. That is a show within a show within a show within a show. Show enough.
Show enough.
That's the end of the show. Show enough.
Actually, I like it.
Shake me like one of your French girls. Oh shit!
That's how I work them French girls, I guess. Bleep.
Damn. Down. Bow. 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 Bow.
The bubbles. I hear the bubbles.
Papadopoulos.
Isn't that your last name?
No, but it's the name of every other Greek person I know.
Awesome.
Something-opoulos.
Way to start a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Damn racist.
I'm Greek. I'm allowed to be.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, beep. No.
So what are we talking about?
You and me, me and you. It's the only song in our song. I don't remember the lyrics. But it's that commercial from the old Turtles tape that we borrowed from Eric. You remember those Australian commercials?
Yeah. The ice cream one.
Yeah, the ice cream one. That's the one. Very good. It's very good.
I do.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Eric, for giving our life meaning.
Atari, the name of the game. Dumb old commercials.
So good.
And with that said, welcome back to the Sketchbooks here episode.
Sketchbook Heroes podcast with me, Robert.
And me, Ilias.
And today's episode is episode 182. 3. Yeah.
180. Check your podcast app.
Yeah. You clicked it.
Exactly. And on this episode, we're going to talk about... we had a really good name for it until we started the podcast and
something. Your face on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like,
shit, what was it?
Profile something.
Yeah, but there were words involved that made sense when we talked
social media
about.
profile.
No.
Social media presence.
Yes, maybe something like that.
Profile presence. Preference of profile presence.
Of Christmas past. Shit, yeah. Total brain freeze.
Yeah. That's the name of the show.
The total.
Yeah. The name of the show. We're going to rebrand.
Total
brain freeze. Imagination not working. No. Yeah. I'll be quiet now. Go, Ilias.
Hi. Trying to be quiet so we can cut it out.
Bleep.
Bleep, please.
Save me, bleep.
Bleep. Yeah. Something. Social media presence. You're all welcome.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be talking about that. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Samsung Tab 8 Ultra, maybe it's called, that I got
just
to borrow.
Tab late,
yeah. Yeah, so that is going to be covered in this week's Retro Tools section. And then we're going to talk about more Horizon Zero Dawn and
I'm going to be talking about a couple of movies that I've sawn.
Yes. The Sawn series.
The Sawn. And I've also sawn the Jack Reacher show, which is called just Reacher, so you don't get confused. And I'll briefly mention that.
Cool. So let's start the show.
Yay.
By the way, do you have any sort of groundbreaking updates or news about your life? Because you've gotten engaged. You've sort of put your semen in people.
Yeah.
And now, what's happening this week? This is the exciting follow-up.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any weird texts from any other person that I put semen in, so that's good.
It's good.
Safe.
I'm
no.
just seeing like a bunch of like pirates, like seamen. You know, like
Yeah. They're all singing songs. Just old merry men. Merry seamen. No, my ring is on the way. So
cool.
I guess hopefully by next week I will like officially be engaged, and maybe there'll be a post, a cheesy post on Instagram.
I for sure and toss it into a volcano. You know, you and your a group of friends.
No, I need to go there first.
Yeah, exactly.
Walk with my hairy feet.
Nice.
Hairy foot, I mean.
Yeah. Hairy foot.
Hairy foot.
I don't know what's happening. I'm so tired.
Monday.
You're a wizard now, Harry Foot. What? God damn it.
I think you have me confused with somebody else. Yeah. I'm no wizard. Yeah.
Just a Harry Foot.
I just have a hairy foot. My name is Dennis. No.
I just see, you know, like having like an actual face on your foot that is called Harry.
Hey, Harry. Looking hairy today. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Harry Hobbit. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of summarizes what I've done this week.
Yeah, exactly. Right back at you. What's new? What's new in the life of
the new?
Talk about the D&D thing.
Oh shit! Yeah, I met a couple of people from Clubhouse.
You did something.
I did something. Yeah, people from Clubhouse. Like we decided to meet. You know, we did this like 6 months ago, maybe more, but we never, you know, managed to put it together. And since I wasn't involved this time, it actually happened. Somebody organized it. I think it was Bex and Robin. So kudos to you two.
Awesome.
And we actually met up here at the studio. And I got to lose my D&D virginity. I got to eat the Monday burgers on a Saturday because that was the only restaurant I could think of.
The only good.
The only good restaurant I could think of.
Shout out BC Burger.
BC.
BC Burger, goddammit. Yeah, and thanks, Robin, for the invite.
And
a little too late. And like, I don't know why. That it's also been a trend. Even the birthday party that I told you about
like
was
a late
same day.
It was my wife's birthday as well, so I was unsure if I was gonna do anything this weekend except celebrate the wife.
Yeah, and I ended up celebrating nothing, and that was great.
That was also good.
That was really good. Yeah, I'm just missing sleep. Is what I'm missing.
Same. I've been up playing Horizon way too late for me. But it was fun to meet up and actually even play some D&D. It was way too little though, so I have this sort of urge to keep playing because it was a lot of fun. It was what I expected, but you know, in real life, so you can actually enjoy it. No, it was really fun and really looking forward to doing a studio
like
one.
A proper...
Yeah, like a real session where we meet up early, earlier,
and have it maybe a little bit more planned out, I guess.
Yes, and actually like finish at least like a one-off. You know, just like
just a short little quest.
Exactly,
that'd be cool.
So, gotta set that up.
Yeah.
So
Max
in a year. But besides from that, not much has happened. I've played video games. I have attempted to draw.
Ditto.
I have played around with the Samsung a little, so I will just briefly touch on it, and then I will follow up on another episode.
Cool.
Once I figure it out.
Yeah, and I'll just say stuff whenever I can say stuff. And thanks for listening and rating the podcast, because we all know that's what you do.
Every day.
Every day.
You go in and rate it.
I actually went in and double-checked that I had rated it today, and I had, so I felt good about myself. So don't you want to feel good about yourself out there? Just go into the app.
I love how you went in and rated your own podcast.
Of course. Who else would?
Yes. True.
We need ratings, Ilias. So go in and do it now.
I have already done it.
There you go.
But I haven't done it on my wife's phone. and my son's phone, and my daughter's phone.
I did
And I feel like I failed this.
Sana went in to do it herself. I just needed to help her out a bit by pushing all the buttons and opening the app.
Opening the app and
Yes,
searching for her
and
own
asking
show.
for her password for her phone and finding her phone.
Oh, thank you, honey, for voting on our podcast.
It's like, what'd you say? Nothing. Just
We're
thank
good
you.
now.
Just thank you. For life.
Na, na,
Peace out.
na, na. No. But yeah.
So yeah.
Abadada.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. And intro away.
I don't know what that was supposed to.
Beep.
Artists of the world unite. Step out of your comfort zone into the danger zone.
They loved 80s cartoons. Even with beards and tattoos, you know they haven't changed at all. Filling sketchbooks every night, getting better with each line. Sketchbook hero, imagination burning. Sketchbook hero, sketchbook hero, pick up the sketchbook hero. They don't seem to have any line. Sketchbook hero.
And we're back.
Yes, we are.
Woo!
And Robert's microphone is dancing. Feel like dancing, dancing.
Should've done 'em in a Scooby-Doo.
Nobody does that.
Yeah, nobody knows what to do. And yep, lyricist always. What were we talking about again?
Instagram something.
Profile yourself as a FBI agent.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
on Instagram.
Shit, what was the we had it all figured out.
Your persona, your presence,
your
social media presence. Yes,
God damn it.
there we go.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna cut that into the beginning because that's too much work.
No. We're
Yeah.
just gonna roll with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so sort of finding your place
Yeah, in the whole scheme of
social.
social diarrhea poop.
Because we've talked about basically every other fucking aspect of this.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important to kind of just what kind of how do you want people to perceive your, channel or
You.
your you?
You're you.
Yeah.
You are you.
You are you. And, you see a lot of people out there. Everyone's complaining that they're not being seen and stuff like that. And I think it all comes down to, let's face it, Instagram is limiting people's reach, because money's. They want you to pay for stuff. But I also feel like I'm seeing a trend where they're trying to stay competitive and they're unlocking features like, links. And they're giving you more tools to play around with. And I think also it gives you a wider sort of, what do you call it? It's giving you more options to explore who you want to be on social media as well, and what parts of your life or your creation and creativity you want to share with people. And before, the format was pretty limited. And I understand that not everyone wants to do Reels. And Reels is a fad.
Yeah, it'll die out as soon as
something else will come
done this,
along
yeah.
and it'll sort of phase down. So I just think that it's just another tool to explore.
Yeah.
And
And
then how
I
you
am having a lot of fun with it.
I like it. I think it has a lot of functionality that you can play around with and control and cut it down, and and you don't have to use it just there. You can take that video and just use it somewhere else.
Yeah. The way I use it, I can dive into that straight away because it's super fast. But I just use a video editing app, and then I just do a 1-minute video in the app instead, because then I can do more fun transitions and those spinny things and whatever, add text, fade in and out, and all this stuff. And then as
what
long
app
as
do you use for video?
Splice.
Okay,
Splice.
yeah.
A splice of life. That's not what it's called. It's just Splice. But it's $3 a week, I think. But what I normally do is, if I want to edit a video, I just get the app. Then,
you
and
pay.
then I cancel the subscription, and then I get it again. And
I do that as well.
Yeah.
Because I don't use it often enough to sort of, or for something that gives me money back. Like I get nothing for it. So.
Exactly. And I think you have like a free month or something when you get the app initially as well.
Sign up.
But I've always used it. It's more of a convenience than like, this is the best video editing app. It's just easy for me to use because it's like,
Splice.
Yeah, it's Splice. No, you can animate stuff and, zoom in and out. And like it does everything that I want it to do. And that's all I need really. And as long as I keep it within the 1 minute, I just add it to Reels. And then, so what I do now is I don't put a song on the video. I just leave it as mute.
Exactly, yeah.
And then I choose a fun song in Reels.
Because that guarantees it won't be removed.
Exactly. So, but yeah, that's what I do. But it's really fun planning these 1 minute videos. And I'm having a lot of fun with that. Because it is like kind of limited with my work, like how much can I actually film and how much will make an interesting video. Yeah, sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss, but I'm still having a lot of fun with it. And it's fun, like just adding that to the work, kind of planning it in as an extra thing, like, this one I'm really looking forward to, so I'm going to film me printing out the stencil or even drawing the initial design and all. Like, how much do I want to share about the process? Or maybe this is just work, and it's just stencil, lines, finished. Like,
I would actually think that was a pretty fun, like if you did that, if you see it like click, 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 the 4 different stages.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And that's the simplest version I can do, really. So that's what I tend to do. But yeah, that's my like as far as the Reels go, that's the amount of effort I put into it.
But I think that's the right way to do it as well. Like share something that you think might be interesting about what you do.
Yeah.
And usually, like there are parts in what we all post that is like it gets a bit more attention, like people love seeing the sketch, but nobody cares about the final product kind of thing.
It's all about the process before the final thing. I've noticed that too. Like
I've never gotten like the process is always that gets the love.
Yeah.
And then the final thing, it's just like, I've already seen this basically.
Even I think like I did a really quick story with me just walking to work.
Yeah.
And that got more reach than like the actual work I did that day. Which is
says something about
sad.
us as humans.
People.
I
just
also
really,
go to work. But
they got really excited about just a stroll down this street. Like, it felt stupid, but it was a lot of fun. So we'll see. I'll keep exploring. So if you stay tuned, everybody, you'll
see me walk home as well.
Oh yeah, one of these days.
One of these days.
Never.
But what I wanted to touch upon as well when it comes to this, like you don't have to use it as it's intended. Like, oh, everyone's doing TikToks. Like, then you don't do it. Don't do it like that. Don't dance. I don't want to dance. You know what I mean? I'll only dance when Laughlin and tells us to dance.
I never did something to hurt you,
Okay, cool. He's bombarding us with song. Yeah, in your face. That's how I killed the fun.
Was that like a deep cut or something?
No, that was a D&D pun. Bombard? Yes, with song?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, but it's how I make my kids shut up. I tell a really fun joke.
That's how you fit a square into a circular hole.
Circular hole. Yeah, a straight circle.
Straight circle. How do you bombard that? Yeah.
With your face. I don't know what any of that means.
Yeah.
But hey, we're back. And
oh my God.
Well, you are. What am I? No, but seriously though, don't let that, like, however people are using these different options and tools that are within Instagram, think about what you want to share.
Yeah.
Like, and every now and then we get to see like this one trend starter that just does something that everybody just copies,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So be that person. It's super simple. Come up with something original.
Yeah, so simple. Yeah, but it's really interesting trying to think about who do I want the world to see me as.
Yeah. Because you get to sort of decide that.
Yeah,
like
do I want to show my face or do I just show the work or do I show a little bit of the table that I'm working on or the pets or the... Like, how much do you really want to add into it? because if you show the pets and the table, that's going to give you probably a little bit more attention than just the work.
Yeah, and also I think something that happens with
Bombard.
Yes, bombard, bedard, narm. No, but something
You're a
that
nerd.
happens if you share something enough. Like, for example, if we take Anixen, that is a listener of this show sometimes, when she is not now, but she is.
Yeah.
But what she did beautifully when I discovered her work was that, and that kind of caught my attention, was that she would draw these, like, little, like, super tiny drawings that I didn't know were tiny at the time. And then she would have, like, flowers around them. And that got me really like, oh shit, the presentation here is so beautiful, you know, like the way that, and then, you know, like every time you see that, it's something that, like, it becomes an expectation, and sort of like my ink stuff is very recognizable. Her style is also very sort of unique, so you do recognize it immediately. But then you have the flowers if you're scrolling fast, you know, and you're like, oh, I need to go back.
Yeah.
I want to see this. And you're building sort of like an image in people's minds, you know, that becomes your sort of brand or whatever you want to call it, that is your thing. And, you know, it's so much easier than, like, if I see, like, a bunch of portraits, I'm just going to scroll past them because, you know, but if there is, like, an element there
that breaks the...
that breaks the monotony, like everything looking the same.
It sticks out.
Yeah. And so I think it's really good to find whatever it is that you have at home that you enjoy, that is part of you. Like if it's like I always have my coffee in the shot, you know, like, or something. Like, just keep doing stuff like that. It just, like, invite people into your world, even if you're not comfortable in front of the camera. Nothing says you have to do that.
No.
Like, you could share, like, a picture of your hand that's always in the shot holding a pen, or you have, like, a specific tattoo that, you know, that is always just like it's a little stamp, like a little sort
It's
of...
your signature.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you have signatures, Robert.
I do.
No, but it's cool. I think, like, in photo context as well, it becomes more interesting.
Yeah.
It's like when people have these iPad videos and they're, like, flipping the pen.
Mm-hmm.
Just that movement alone is interesting, you
Yeah.
know.
Because I want to be able to do it, and I can't.
And I can't, because
Yeah.
my pen always flies away.
Yeah.
And every time I do succeed...
What pen is that?
Exactly. Because when I try to do it, it's always like... I
Throwing.
focus so... No, but exactly. I either throw it away or I succeed, but I focus so much on the succeeding that I'm filming, like, half my hand, you know, like, you're like, God damn it.
Yeah. No, I never succeed. I need to practice. I
No.
need to see
No,
a
dude,
YouTube clip on how to do it.
I've seen the YouTube clip of that years ago. But it's one of those things, like, do I care enough to, you know, like,
Yes,
I
you
want
do.
to be
Of
able
course
to do it,
you
but
do.
I don't want to spend
It's
the
the
time
coolest
doing
thing
it.
ever.
Yes, shut
It's
up.
Yeah, it's same with drumsticks. Like, the first thing I wanted to learn was how to fiddle the drumsticks and make it look cool.
Yeah, Robert, stop talking about you fiddling drumsticks.
What do you mean?
I don't know. But on the subject of
Fiddling.
like fiddling with things,
Yeah.
I gave my son a business card. Listen to this. He's like, "What am I supposed to do with this business card?" He's like, "Why?" I was like,
Check this out.
"Yeah," and I just threw it because they're so good,
Oh, yeah.
and it just flew across the whole fucking room like a fucking shuriken. And he was like, "Yes." Now I understand, Father.
Hi, Sifu.
Yeah. No, but it was fun.
And
Like,
then comes
"Son, you're a
the...
fool."
when you can do the magic trick.
Cut off a fly's penis with your business card.
Yeah, that's the noise.
A picture in your mind.
Nice. Yeah. If you get that, you're awesome. What was the book?
I don't
No.
remember. Oh shit! It's the
Nightingale?
Night Angel. Yeah.
Night Angel. That's right.
Yeah, something graphic audio. That was
Yes.
the graphic audio. A movie in your mind.
So good.
I'm gonna listen to those.
Yeah, I'm like...
I've
That's what I
already
hate.
listened to them 3 or 4 times. So
And I have all of them on my portable hard drive, and I can't get into the hard drive anymore.
I
Like,
can
it's
send
been
them to you.
fucked. Oh, really?
yeah, I still have.
Oh,
them.
yes.
I think they're on my Dropbox.
Do it. You do it.
I used to listen to them once a year.
Yeah.
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 The
I like it.
pirated stuff that I borrowed from the interwebs.
Yeah.
But then again, hey.
Yeah. That library closed, so I couldn't return
I
them,
can return
No,
them. Yeah.
unfortunately. So I guess I own them now.
But on the subject of social media, though, like, it's really important to establish yourself as something recognizable, because it is like there are so many fucking people doing what we do now. You
Yeah.
know?
Oh yeah, and it's like just still keeps growing, and I think the more it grows, the more sick I am of it. And I mean that's the common thread throughout all of these episodes now, that we're just so sick of.
I'm not though.
Like-
That's the thing.
No,
Like
but
I am so fucking. I feel like
we're just-
bliss.
Yeah, but we're over it. I think that is the thing. Like, there's not that focus that we used to have, where it was so extremely important to be
And I
on the gram and have that.
I think it still is important. I just don't stress about it, and I think that is the major difference.
Yeah, but that's like you were telling me that you're losing numbers
Oh,
now.
yeah, but that's fine. That's what I'm saying. Like,
But that's what I mean. Back in the day, that
Mm.
wouldn't be fine.
no,
That
I
would
know,
be
I know.
like a
That would be like
super
a-
stressful
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Okay, what am
Yeah.
I doing wrong? What do I need to change? This is not supposed to happen. And anxiety and not sleeping and like if you're like that, don't be. Stop thinking about it. Have fun and experiment. Have like test different things. What's going to be your flower on the photo? Like,
yeah, no,
you
but
know.
I think it's really cool that you get the option to sort of not maybe reinvent
But
yourself.
yeah, in a
but-
way.
But yeah, for some, I think it'll be that. But I think it might be a way to kind of explore something that you have a passion for
Mm.
that no one around you understands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because some people are into Dungeons and Dragons and everyone thinks they're a nerd, you know.
Yeah.
It's become more popular today. But what I'm saying is that you can find an audience that doesn't exist in your life. And that is, I think, the coolest thing about, you know, like being somewhat personal on social media.
Yeah.
You know, establish like the part that you want to share with people, because you don't have to share everything else. You can share the thing, and then guaranteed some people will find their way to you.
Yeah. And I'm going to guarantee that you're not going to see any baby pictures on my Instagram, for example. That's
So he says. No,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
that's what stories are for.
exactly. But no, that's always been something that I have thought about. Of course, it's going to be different when it eventually happens, but it's just like I don't want to ruin people's days, you know?
That depends. I only share when it's fun stuff.
Yeah, but
Otherwise,
like you don't,
But
you
not on
hardly ever do. Right?
No, I do in stories. That's
Yeah.
all I do, because I know that because I do stuff within a day. You know, I'm not going to share it as a post.
Mm.
That's pointless. And most of the people that look at my stories that I know, you know, are people that do care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that scroll through the stories.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that write
But
to me.
it's stories are really the best
I love stories.
Yeah.
It's the
because it's also gone, you know?
it's gone, but also you can build on it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you can't build on a post. It's just
And
like
I think that's why story is such a good name for it too,
It's-
because it just keeps telling the story, you know?
yes.
And yeah, and you know, some periods of the year I have a lot of stories and I am very active, and then sometimes like now, I just reshare other people's work.
And that's the other great thing
Yeah.
about it is you can share someone's work, and it won't like if you want to share like 10 people, it won't like be their work on your page. You know
No,
what I mean?
exactly.
Like it's nice.
it's just a friendly little extra
Yeah,
thing that
like
you can do.
another way to
Yeah.
appreciate people's thing.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping. Oh yeah, another feature that I wanted to talk about regarding sort of like what we talked about on the collaboration episode that I totally missed was that Instagram now allows 2 people to make one post.
Oh yeah, you can invite
Like
collaborators.
Collaborators, yeah, and it is, and it's open to share with anyone. I think, as far as I know.
Yeah, I haven't tried.
But I did it with Inktober, like 2 posts, and I'm just seeing such a potential on the platform now that you can actually do that. Oh, we did this together, and then we don't have to make 2 separate posts.
No.
We can make one post. You can go in and like check it, like add something, I think, and then we can post it, and it goes to both our feeds.
Yeah, I should actually do that with all of my clients
Oh,
because
that's
we've
pretty cool.
created
Yeah,
it
exactly.
together.
Co-creators,
you know?
yeah. I don't know how that works if they're private, but but it's a cool way to kind of like get more exposure. I don't know how limiting that is either.
No.
But it is a nice feature, and I feel like Instagram is heading towards more of like a creative space Although, you don't feel like they are when you're not getting the reach you want. But it is, again, millions and millions and millions of fucking people.
Yeah.
So how do you, like one person, because you are at the center of your movie, or life.
Yeah.
And you want to be seen in this sort of like let's say 400 million people.
Yeah.
Just to exaggerate, or like to find like a number that we can work with, and you want to be seen. What makes you so much better than these other 400 millions that you would be seen?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
How do you stick out?
how do you stick out? And I think that's where you're like being like people that share stories. It's fun to follow that.
Yeah.
And then the story doesn't even have to be deep. You know what I mean? It can just be something that is entertaining. Like, it's stuff like that. And everyone's like, I don't want to be a dancing monkey. I don't want to do TikTok. Like, nothing says that is the only thing that's popular.
No.
The problem is you're doing nothing. You're just saying you don't want to do that. Then don't do that, but do something else that you enjoy. And it shouldn't be that much harder,
No.
Like worrying about your Instagram stats. Like, you're not doing anything for those stats to go up either,
Yeah. That's
Like you, and I think I've done it. You've done it.
Yeah.
Like most of us do it. We're doing the same thing. And like, I poured my hard, like I worked really hard on this image. That is not doing something different.
no.
Like, it's good that you're like,
How do you tell people or show people that hard work?
Exactly. There's a story behind the pieces we create.
Yeah, you want to film your trash can.
Yeah.
Like filled with just scraps and pieces of
Make it
sketches.
exactly.
and
If you are that
like
kind of
whole
person
thing.
that hates trees and does that.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but make it
Yeah.
into exactly
Metaphor.
Share that. Yeah, no, I got it. but I just mean there's a story behind everything we create. Even when we just create because it's cool, that is a story in itself,
Oh yeah.
And you could tell that story. And it is interesting because we live in a different age where just posting, your lunch is not going to make you famous.
No.
But there's like, I think there's so much to tell, but everybody just wants, the first part of Instagram, which is instant,
Yeah,
sort
yeah.
of instant
Snappity
gratification.
snap.
No, but Instagram sounds like instant gratification.
Yeah.
Like, like
Yeah, it
that is
kinda
basically
does.
what it is.
I never thought of that.
Yeah, neither did I. I just
nice.
now I was like, maybe that's why it's called what it's called.
Yes.
So everybody wants to be sort of famous, but nobody wants to do anything to get that fame. You know
No,
what I mean?
you
To
want-
deserve it.
Yeah. You want to
We all just feel entitled somehow.
want your piece of the cake, but eat the rest of the cake for free.
You want everybody to see your half-eaten cake.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
But without making a story of it.
Perfect. That makes no sense.
You want to you
No,
want to get
no,
the cake.
Robin, shut up. There is no cake.
There's always cake. Yeah, I'm sure there's a good little speech there
Somewhere.
somewhere. Yeah,
No, there isn't.
eating cakes and
There is no
not
metaphor.
paying for
There's
cakes.
no whatever they're called.
Money.
No, the thing.
Personas?
No, the. God damn it! My brain's trying to find the word, and you're just throwing things out, and it's like, yeah, bananas. Just
What?
derailing my brain.
So you want to Instagram bananas now?
No,
What the hell are you talking about?
but what I'm trying
Get to the
say
point.
is,
God damn it,
no,
Jörgen.
you ruined the point. A couple of cakes ago, you fucked it up.
There was only one cake.
There was.
Don't make
Don't
me go
put cakes
back.
in my mouth.
Yes. You were saying?
Yes, I don't know. What was I saying? No, but the thing is, there are so many sort of tools in this fucking app to utilize to tell your story, whatever the fuck that story is. And also, who are you? Who the fuck are you people? You know what I mean? Because there are a lot of anonymous like accounts out there that just draw cool shit, and for them or for some of them, that is enough.
Yeah.
And then there's the other people, the 400 million,
The us.
the us exactly, that are not doing as well.
Yeah.
And it becomes important, if your livelihood is partially dependent on this,
Yeah.
like you gotta do some work. It's like sitting at home and drawing And
Okay.
they're like, I'm getting no jobs. Like, what have you done to reach out? Oh,
But I'm drawing, man.
I'm drawing all the time. I don't have
Didn't
time.
you see my post?
my post?
My post. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Way to.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Drink break.
Like, everyone's on the internet. It's very busy. So standing out is, if everyone's sending a white envelope, you send a rainbow envelope.
Yeah. How do you peacock Instagram?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I've talked to a lot of you people out there, that follow me and interact with me, and a lot of you are very funny. For example, like, you're cool people, or you draw uniquely, or you do something, but the way that you present your work and your account is boring.
Yeah. How do you change that?
How do you change that? Yeah, exactly. In a way that feels like something you could keep up, that is fun for you as well.
Yeah.
Because I think one of the biggest things we've learned throughout this podcast is that you got to do stuff that you enjoy for it to last.
Yeah.
Because as soon as it becomes sort of like, or if it is a chore to begin with, it's not going to get less of a chore. Like,
No.
if you don't enjoy it.
No. And that's definitely where I am right now with art in general, just creating stuff. It all feels like a chore. And that's so depressing, really. It's crushing me. I just want to get out of it. Like, I can't get my head away from that thought, that idea, which is why it just popped into my head and I had to say it now. But yeah, it's got nothing to do about the whole Instagram persona or anything, but it's just like, I miss posting stuff. I miss creating things. There was a sense of gratification there that I really, really miss. And I just fucking can't get myself to, like, get back on the horse, or whatever metaphor you want to have inserted
Metaphor was
Yeah.
the word I wanted. God
there.
damn.
Yeah, there you go.
Very good.
But yeah, I don't know how you feel about your creative stuff right now, because I mean, you're posting equally as much as I am, more or
even
less. Yeah, no, but at least you.
You know what I
repost
feel
some of your
like
old
right
stuff.
now? I haven't
PP
even done
long
that.
stockings.
No, I feel like after the guy gets hypnotized in Office Space,
Oh yeah,
that's how I feel.
yeah.
I feel like really good. Like, I just, yeah.
Everything's okay,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then that's the thing too, because I'm not over stressing it. I'm just thinking about it, and it's like, well, depressing, I guess.
Yeah, but
But-
then you're,
but not-
it is a negative.
Yeah, I know. But that, it
I have
really,
exactly that, but without
Yeah.
thinking about it, and when I do, it's not doesn't stir up any feelings that are
Yeah. No, I think
neither. Like,
we'll see. Maybe you'll just stay in that state, and that'll be good. Or you'll reach Robert, I guess.
no, I
but-
feel like there are things around the corner waiting.
Yeah, but
for
you,
me,
yeah, you do have
and I
stuff in the
think
bag,
that
kind of.
is stuff that is like, I know stuff is coming,
Yeah,
so this feels like a good sort of downtime for me.
yeah. And I only have tattoo stuff coming up,
Mhm.
like conventions and then Comic-Con and like a lot of just tattoo-oriented stuff. So
Mhm.
there's nothing to segue me out of the whole tattoo work bubble. And also, like, just not having the inspiration to take myself out of it either.
Mm.
So every time I sit down with like my tablet or a piece of pen and paper, it's just tattoos all the time. And like, I'm not sick of it, definitely not, but it's
But it's the
worrying.
work, but it's the work and like personal stuff that we talked about last time. That,
Exactly that. And now even the personal is just work.
Mm.
Even if I try to just keep it private, my own thing, it still becomes work. And that's, it's frustrating, I think is the best word to describe it.
Mm.
I'm just, I feel like I'm stuck in a hamster wheel or on a treadmill and just like not getting anywhere, but still working,
Mm.
Yeah, it's frustrating. I need to do something about it.
Unfrustrate.
Yeah,
Is that a thing?
unstraight.
Mm.
Nope,
Nope.
that's a bad
It's
word.
not a thing.
Yeah. but yeah, that's me. Just sharing my feelings and
Fair.
heart,
And-
and to everybody out there. So you know you're not alone. Yes, there is a struggle, the artistic struggle.
But yeah,
Yeah,
no, it definitely is a struggle. But sometimes I just think we need to hear the things that we already know from two idiots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And something that I would sort of urge people to think about is just look back at your stuff. Like, what did you enjoy creating the most? You know, out of all the stuff that you actually post, don't think about what is popular. Just think about what you enjoy, and kind of try to like explore that more. Could I share more about this than I am doing right
Yeah.
now? Like, if whatever it is, because I think if you listen back to the old social media episode, especially the latest one, we talk about how to kind of break down stuff into content. And that is a great place to start if you want to share a story about something. It becomes cohesive. It's like, and let's say you post stuff in 1, 2, 3, for example. It's part 1, process, build up, planning. The second one is execution. The last part is final piece, And if you do that and people expect it, let's say you do that for like 6 months, people are going to expect step 1, step 2, step 3 that are all like very different.
yeah,
And people will start expecting that from your account. That says something about you as an artist, at least the way that you present it. And then it can be chaos in between, in real life. But at least you're giving them something, a form of entertainment, like a episodical, weekly release or whatever the fuck it is.
it is exactly what it is.
And we kind of know that works, if it's good enough or if it's interesting enough.
Yeah,
So I think it's just like go a bit deeper with the stuff that you enjoy.
yeah.
And don't worry so much about posting the same thing because the same
What's
thing.
outside of the frame?
Yeah.
Sort of like step back a little bit more and introduce a little bit more.
And if you're comfortable, you could even sort of like do small narrations over your videos or something.
Yeah, I need a good mic. I really loved you did a little bit of a read
from
the never-ending story.
Yeah, that was fun. That was
Or Nerver.
really, really fun. Yeah, really liking that challenge. We can actually talk about that in tools.
Yeah, let's
It's
do
a
that.
really good one.
Yes. So stay tuned for tools.
For
Sneaky
Tools, yeah.
tease. Blah.
Yeah, I thought about something else regarding that as well. It was also something that we touched upon on the social media episode that you could like tie into this. That was one of them.
Yeah, the breaking it up and
Yeah,
doing.
because it's so much easier as well. Like it creates this breathing room that you didn't have.
Yeah,
Like you create more content, but
you're still doing the one piece.
but you're doing
Yeah.
one piece and it doesn't feel like more work. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like it is such a
Yeah, but it
genius
is.
way that I wish I had discovered.
Yeah, it is hard though. I've noticed this from a lot of colleagues that I've worked with, that they have a hard time taking that sort of little break and photographing it, or like just taking that little extra step and recording more of the process. So I'm trying to get my boss Malin to do more of that now, and she really wants to get into the reels and stuff.
But you
So
can do
it's
that
fun.
for each other, and
Yeah.
that's easier.
Yeah. So that could be something. Actually, that's a good idea, just to have
Have a lot.
like whenever somebody's like taking a little bit of a stretch, that person could do a little video of the other person working and just send it to them. That way you get a bird's eye on whatever's happening.
Yeah. And did you do the mail list that I told you?
No, of course
Son
not.
Of a bitch.
Because I can't find it. Like it's not a okay, good workflowy thing. Like it's not a.
Just put a paper.
I can't see a logical thing with it. You know what I mean? Like I don't have anything to offer.
It doesn't matter when you do. Like I was gonna say Black Friday, but like
then-
during those times, Christmas,
Yeah,
or when you need to reach everyone with some like when you have your like the want to do stuff.
Yeah,
Hey friends,
new one.
like everyone that's gotten tattooed at your place. Let's say it's like 300 people. Just send it out. Like I'm really looking forward to doing these. First 3 people holler or whatever.
Yeah, it's more that I've gotten stuck in the thinking of like how to do it the easiest way rather than just to get their mails. Because then, because I would like for a place like for them to just sort of click a link and then that's finished, kind of.
Yeah.
Rather than have a piece of paper and have them sign the piece of paper,
Yeah.
trying to decipher that, write that into my phone or contacts, and add that into the, like there's a step and step and step and step. I want it to be
Yeah.
just one.
Put it on your website as a pop-up.
Yeah, and that's something that I need to
'Cause
do.
it's a
and
Wix,
that's-
right?
That's also work. Yeah, it's a Wix,
That's button click.
but it's still a button that I need to fix.
I will slap you. I do get it.
Yeah,
I do get
yeah.
it.
It's just
But
like I want to find like the perfect process for
the perfect process
whole
would
thing.
be to have an iPad at work
Yeah.
on the counter
Yeah, that-
where they digitally could just blippity blop it
Yeah.
in.
That would be really good. But yes, I have been thinking about it since you said it the first time.
Because it
And
is
it is a smart move.
No, but it's like I've seen it in other businesses and it works really well.
yeah,
And I should also I have it, but I don't promote my website, so it doesn't matter. But it's a really good way to get, because you have clients, they've
Yeah.
already taken the step to pay you,
yeah,
and that is something you can, what do you call it, leverage,
yeah.
where it isn't that you're using them, but you're
Using
sort of
their money against them. Yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
because you're that good.
Oh yeah.
No, but it's just such a great way to
Leverage.
actually reach your clients.
Yeah. No, it is a really fantastic idea. I think, like
I'll talk to Male. I'll just
but for
talk to
like
Male.
Momoa, for example, that's just getting in. I think that's a great thing for her to do.
Dude, you build such a, like, imagine if you had every client that you've had up to this point.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
we're
how many
talking.
clients is that? Like, it's a
1,000.
lot of fucking clients, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've tattooed over 1,000 people now, which is really fucking insane to think about.
Yeah. Because you can't have them all on your phone, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you can have them all on a mailing list.
Yeah.
That you just, because you don't need specifics there. You just need to send it out to everyone.
Yeah, maybe I could do like an Insta post also. Like, if you're
Yes, you
interested,
can.
just write me a DM with your email, and that way I can copy paste it. That could be easy.
For future tattoo offers and cool shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
and
will
that
sell
way
your
I
stuff
like
to Facebook.
that way you get like all the first ones are the cheapos, so you just ignore them,
Yeah.
and then the rest after.
Are the ones that you want.
No, I don't mind the cheapos. Everyone's welcome.
Mm.
But yeah, no, I need to do something with that fucking thing. I just need to like have a really hard think about it and come up with that genius little simple thing to do.
Yeah, I think the thinking about it too much is the problem.
Yeah, but I'm good at
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
That's my gift.
I would just
Everybody
set
has a
whatever
superpower,
up.
Elias. All right? I'm really good at not doing stuff, but thinking about it.
Procrastination.
Oh, yeah.
Procrastination.
I was
Tattoo
going to
that
fit
on.
that into like a U2 song, but
Mhm.
yeah, I didn't want to go U2.
In the name of Rob. Do-do-do, in the name of
Build me a bicycle clown.
clown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or make me.
But yeah, and then when you talk about this sort of like where do you find your place on social media, you could either go the route by, like, I think your username is important.
Yeah, it is.
And this is where, you know, opinions may differ. And because I've seen a lot of people that follow me with the worst names. Like, they say...
Could I derail for a
Sure.
split second?
Yeah.
Because this is something we're talking about now, and this is like real life stuff. But since we are getting married at some point, there's that whole what name?
Yeah.
And obviously, I really I do like Ekblom, but not anywhere else outside of Sweden because nobody can pronounce it.
Ekblom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you say it in Denmark, it means egg yolk. Like, it's
nice.
it's the opposite of that. So Sanna's name is Winden or
Oh, shit, that is
Vindian.
awesome, yeah.
So that kind of works. Or
Is it Vidian? Just
no, Vinden,
Oh shit! Oh shit!
like, but
Very
with a
nice.
W.
W, yeah.
Yeah. So Winden kind of sounds like it's
Like a-
easy to say in English,
Mhm.
but and it sounds sophisticated, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of beautiful in Swedish.
Mhm.
but then there's also my dad's last name, Lindros,
Mm-hmm.
and that also works.
Lindros.
Exactly. And there's the famous hockey dude, Eric Lindros. Like, so that also
and that
works.
rapper from Snook.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Lindros. I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, man, that's sad.
Yeah.
So maybe not that.
Maybe not that.
But yeah,
so
I'm
Wyndon.
trying. We're trying to figure out like what's the best action here. Like, what do we keep 2 last names, or because if I want to become a big famous cool artist at some point, I can't be named Ekblom because that's only going to keep me in Sweden.
Is it though?
Yeah, it is.
It's
yeah.
like your name is going to become a discussion.
I've decided that
That's the
because
way it
nobody's going to want to discuss the name or the thing because they can't pronounce it. It sounds not good when I say it. So Robert Wyndon, that kind of works,
That sounds cool.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Or should it be like Robert Wyndon Lindros? You know, that, like,
too much.
Yeah.
Nah, but it not
Kind
at
of
all.
works too.
Because my name is super long, the middle name. So
Yeah.
it is like Ilias Konstantin Patlis.
yeah.
Yeah.
But so what are you guys doing with the names?
Duh.
Yeah?
I don't have
Oh, yeah.
hers, and she
No?
has hers, and the kids have hers. And we share Konstantin with the kids.
Yeah.
Kids are called,
The constant.
the Konstantins.
Yeah. The Constantines, because they're almost
They're
teens
almost
now.
teens,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's awesome. But yeah, sorry. I just like
No. I think it's valuable, and I think the way you're thinking about this is also the way you should be thinking about the social media
Exactly.
name, because it's gonna stick at some point.
that's what I mean, because now my Insta is Rob Ekblom, and it just doesn't roll off the tongue, you know what I mean? Like, so whenever I am speaking to somebody that's not a Swedish or native speaking, it's always like I have to spell it for them, EKBLOM, like Ekblom, and they're like, still don't get it. So yeah,
It's Ekblom.
Ekblom, goddammit! Yeah. So yeah, I think I actually will be ditching the Ekblom. Still a big
It's gonna be
thing.
a weird thing
but
for
yeah.
me, but sure,
Yeah.
you go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still always going to be that dude, but
No, it doesn't.
but
really
on paper, yeah,
matter.
it just sounds better, I think, because I'm not that attached to the name, you know. And
Yeah,
I've
I
always
get it.
felt sorry about Dad not getting his,
Here's the name.
not taking his name, I guess. So there's also that, and then am I going to disappoint my mom for ditching the Ekblom name? And you know,
I
there's
don't
always
care about all those things.
I-
Like
I know,
mean,
but I
like,
do.
regarding my family, like
yeah,
because it is, it's your
yeah.
thing. Like I totally get the
But-
whole thing.
I mean, she's obviously going to take it personal.
No, of course,
Yeah.
parents.
Parents. So, but you know, that's a hassle. And do I want that hassle? No, of course not.
Yeah,
You don't
I get
hassle
it.
the Hoff, man. So
the Hoff hassles.
the
You.
Hoff hassles you.
I don't know what that means, but I don't like it.
It's a thing now.
I just see him like pressing your face against his hairy chest, basically.
Yeah,
Just-
yeah.
and then like ASMR. That's what it sounds like when you.
It's so
It's so
sad.
disturbing. So disturbing. But yes,
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
get what you mean. Though.
So-
I do.
so yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Insta names.
Mhm.
But yeah, if any of you guys are listening this far, what do you guys
I'm
think?
sorry.
Should I stick with the Ekblom or should I go with wifey's name?
Say the wife's name.
Wyndon.
Very nice.
Wyndon. The answer, my friend.
You know exactly what I was thinking. I was just like, don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, and just blowing in the
Just
wind.
blowing in the wind,
Just
yeah.
blowing Wyndon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blowing wind.
Yeah. there
Oh
you go.
man, yeah, that's gonna be.
See?
Yeah.
I could hear the lag. In, yeah.
Mm.
Jokey time over.
Jokey.
Talk smart now, Elias.
No. I think
yeah.
it's a valid thing though. Like having your name like either connected to what you're doing. I think those are always the best ones.
Yeah.
I only have my name, my username, but I've had it for so long that it feels wrong to kind of go anywhere else with it. But
Yeah,
it-
people
at
wouldn't
le-
find you anymore. you
Yeah.
know,
I
'cause
would
everybody
break
knows.
every link that is because I have that username on all platforms,
Mm,
and my name isn't common enough for it to be taken anywhere.
no.
Or
Or seriously.
seriously, yeah.
Fuck
But
yeah.
but it's so easy. Like when I talk to people, they can always look up my name and find me through my name because
Yeah.
I don't have a pseudonym or like a username or nickname or whatever that they can use. So it is like a pretty established name. But if your name is Matthias Andersson, Art, yeah, but there are a lot of Matthias Andersons here,
Yeah.
and if you do Matthias Andersson Illustrator or whatever you do, like it becomes really long. So finding like a shorter version that you can present on social media, I think, is always the better way to go. And then you could have your real name, underneath.
Yeah.
Because you get to write like your, I don't know, it's not bio, but it's, like before the bio, there's like, you can add what you do or like a couple of buzzwords about you.
Or is just
They're
nickname?
searchable as well.
No?
They're searchable as well.
Really?
No, yeah.
Really?
So if you write Swedish banana, when people search for Swedish banana, that'll show up as well.
Yeah. I'm sure that's racist somehow.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, beep.
It's gonna be.
Oh no, Robert has got.
Just search for beep beep. No. Yeah.
meep.
I found my.
That's the sound we should be using.
Oh yeah.
Meep meep. Every time we say something wrong.
Yeah.
Uh,
So yeah.
But I think finding like a good way to, like, if I had a really long Greek name, I wouldn't use it on social media. Like it would be so, like, I hate explaining names,
Yeah.
and
I do.
I and it's nice to have something that, like, I think if your username can tell a story, like, you're set. If people look at it and it's like it just has like photo in the name, or and it works well with your brand, like, you're good.
Yeah.
And it'll always be more attractive than some random dude's name.
Yeah.
So I think just that again is like when people visit your profile and they see this cohesive sort of thing, like whether it's ink drawings or portraits, whatever, like they know what it's about. Your name could give that same sense of like recognition, or, oh shit, yeah, I really want to check this out because of that name.
Sounds cool.
It sounds cool, yeah. Or it sounds official, or it sounds like a,
Offensive. Yeah.
offensive, yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
So I think it's really, really important to have a good name, that isn't numbers and bullshit.
Yeah.
That no one remembers. And I think Andrea that was here, like Nuka, and the other Andrea, Lothlen, like they feel
subtle differences in the names.
in the names. but I like that they have these names that they've had over years.
Yeah.
And it becomes, a thing. Like it's recognizable.
It's their character.
It's
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
It is like it becomes part of what they do.
Yeah.
And I like that she signs her work with Lothlen, and
Yeah.
Nuka does the same thing with hers as well. Like it is a nice way to kind of like, it feels official. It feels like this is the work of Nuka, or this is the work of Lothlen.
Yeah.
Let's say it fast so you don't get confused.
Lothlen. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I had something in my throat.
Cloth linen.
Cloth linen. That's
Yeah.
What cloth is that?
Linen. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, whatever though, like just to wrap this up, it's just find whatever it is you're passionate about and try to share that. Like go deeper within that little thing and try to explore it and share more of that instead of trying to come up. Because I think the problem most of us have is like, okay, I need to come up with something new and cool and something this and that. And, don't just share more about the stuff that you actually care about and you want to do. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So if you have a character, show us more of that character. Share a story, talk about it, like do a voiceover, if you're comfortable. Just try to just give us more of that. And I think that's the way to go with social media. If you want to not kill yourself and try to sort of push out content, like original content every day. Because I feel that when you're doing what we do, like it isn't that easy always to just have things to throw out there,
No.
like new original artworks that take time to make when
Yeah.
you have a full-time job.
Yeah.
And whatever else, family. And just try to establish yourself in a different way. And yeah.
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 We've said it all.
Exhausted this.
We exhausted.
Exhausted.
Ole.
Ja,
Äggblom. Yeah. For my breakfast.
Egg yolk. That's all I'm hearing now.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean Robert Wyndon.
Moving on.
Robert Wyndon.
That sounds awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll be it.
Robert Wyndon.
Yeah. Also nice.
It's easier to say.
Yeah.
Go for it. And we're still back.
Yeah. Yeah. Toolies.
Toolies. So before we talk about my tech stuff, I think we should look back to our Discord that you can find on the Sketchbook Heroes Instagram page or Ilias Patlis on Instagram. And we started on, I think it was Melanie. Yeah, Melanie.
Yeah.
Wanted to sort of like do something collaborative that we talked about story-wise. And
she shared like something that she had done
at work, in a women's bathroom. They had this story that they were doing that sounds super weird, but out of context. But
it's
somehow I don't know where they wrote the story. Was it a book? Was it a roll of toilet paper?
I don't know. In my head, it was a toilet paper roll.
Yeah, same. And they were just writing it.
Yeah,
like a long story there, but in this context, it's terrible.
Long story short.
Long story short.
No.
We're on the last page.
Yeah, I was waiting for any type of noise there. I'm like, what's he gonna do?
No, but seriously though, it was a great idea. So we actually created a channel for it. I wrote a little bit of like a little short start to it, and then I just let everyone do their thing. And yeah, the story has grown from there.
Yeah, and it still is.
And it's still growing, yeah. I'm trying to find like a place to jump in and kind of add, I guess, like a motivation for the character so we can get a new direction of where it goes.
But we also need to add more characters. We need to...
Of course.
But yeah, like we talked about,
but
there needs to be a...
Yeah.
More. Yeah. I was so happy about that. I'm like, this is the best thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
Fillmore.
But this is... More. The cool thing about this is that, you know, some people have experience in writing and some people just write shit, you know, without thinking.
Yeah.
And it is that mix. So I hope that we can make this into a story. And I like that no one's commenting twice. That they're waiting for like 1-2 people to write before they add their thing again.
Yeah, but so you did write, like, try to wait at least 2 or 3
Yeah,
before
I did
write.
Okay, I did write that. Yeah, I don't remember anymore.
Yeah. No, but that was really good.
Because I think that'll give everyone a chance to kind of get something in.
Yeah.
So that it isn't one person's voice kind of taking the story somewhere.
No.
Like, I'm going to try to, you know, put in some of the stuff that we talked about where you kind of the character needs a motivation for doing stuff and why and what and when and whatever. But
same. I also feel like I'm just gonna sit back, enjoy this ride, and whenever I feel I have something to contribute,
that's how I contribute. Yeah, because sometimes I'm just like, I need to get this in here.
Yeah. But it's good that we have that in the back of our heads to like, we need to carry the actual story forward and not just put him on something that is moving.
Yeah, because that's what we talked about. I don't want this to just be like she's on a horse, she goes there, she does, and there's no point to it. You know, like we need to add the like, because this is supposed to be fun, but it's gonna be a terrible read if it doesn't have a payoff.
Yeah, and that's why I think we need people like us to just sort of help guide a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, now we're moving this way, kind of.
Yeah, because sometimes you add that, and sometimes you just want to derail some stuff, you know, like the show.
Yeah. Which is also what we do.
Which is, I feel, like, because if everyone's just derailing, I think it's going to, like, if everyone's trying to be funny, it's not going to be funny.
No.
Like, I think
it's going to be people trying too hard.
I think it's going to be too many cooks. That's what it's going to be. Yeah. But it's still interesting. Like, it's an interesting form of storytelling because you want to say something, and sometimes people pick up on what you're trying to say, and sometimes they're like, horse, you know. Exactly. And it takes a different direction. So it is interesting. So it's fun to see where the story leads, and I hope we can get sort of like a first chapter or something.
But I do love that it starts with a prison break.
yeah,
It's really cool.
yeah. I was not planning for when I told the story, like when I started like the story, I just wanted her to sort of like she slays the dragon. And, and instead of a thanks, she's accused of being a witch. I thought that there was going to be this altercation and stuff like right there. But no, it was like prison and everything. Yeah. And that's the fun part. Because I was like, my brain didn't even go there. So it was fun that someone incarcerated my character immediately. Just
Yeah, she's a witch.
yeah. and I kind of, I put the word cunt there just so that the tone of the character would kind of like, because she does this to help them, and at the cost to her personal hygiene, being in the mountain for a month or a week, and then you come down and you're like, I killed the dragon, and everyone's like, burn her, witch. I'm just seeing everyone from Monty Python there, and she's like, yeah, a bunch of fucking cunts, and then they throw her in prison apparently, which was such a great follow up. So yeah, I'm really excited about this story, and I hope we can get sort of like a first chapter, and then kind of, I don't know if we can, like break it up somehow, and then start the second one, so it's an easier read, so it isn't like wall of text.
I think like if anybody reaches that point, it's just start a new story, and it could be a different branch of the same story, and
That
then
would
try
be
to
cool.
tie
Yeah.
those together.
Yeah.
But just trying to remember all the characters and stuff. We need to have
That's the thing. Like if we get too complicated with characters and subplots, you're like, what the fuck is happening? But it's like, we'll see where it goes. Like it could just lead nowhere, or it could be fun.
Who is Fillmore?
And who is Fillmore? And why did he betray him?
And why is he dead now?
Yeah, why is he?
Or is
he?
he?
Is he? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he might not be Fillmore anymore. He might be Winden.
I'm so adding that name now.
Right? Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah, me too, I guess.
Chapter 2,
But
Gone
yeah.
with the Winden.
I heard you say come with the Winden.
No, I did not say that.
No? I guess.
Beep, 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 beep. No.
Blah.
But yeah, that is a fun challenge if you listen to the show and want to be part of the...
A bigger thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
the never-ending story. Thank you, Mimosa, for that
Perfect
mistake. No, I made the mistake for the thing, but no. They said never-ending story.
Yeah, but she corrected her. She said never-ending story.
Oh, yeah, but you didn't catch that we named it never-ending story
She
in
didn't?
the beginning. No.
I thought it was her suggestion.
No. Someone wrote never-ending story or something.
Yeah,
and
Robin, I think.
Yeah, and
Or Thomas.
I misspelled it when I made the
Oh,
thread.
okay.
Yeah.
Of course you did. Thank you, Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But my
yeah.
name is Miguel.
Yeah.
Hi.
My name is Jeff.
Nice.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. That was it.
Mm-hmm. And
So join the Discord.
join the Discord. You can find it through the sketchbookheroes.com page or the Instagram or my Instagram.
Yeah, all of those things.
All those places.
Very good.
But I am doing a job with the Samsung coming up. Something NFT related that I know everything about.
Fantastic.
I'm not going to do any NFTs though. I'm just going to be drawing at an event. And I got the new Samsung Tab 8
In your hand,
Ultra.
he's got
Exactly.
the new
Samsung tablet in his hand. And I have not tried it that much yet. The only thing I can say about the Android market, whatever that app is called, Google Android market thingy,
That's what it is.
is that the drawing apps in that aren't as intuitive as the stuff that's available for the iPad.
Yeah.
The tablet itself is awesome, and like resolution, everything is top notch. The quality build, the pen feels good, and the apps though, the fucking apps, nothing feels like intuitive out of the box. Awesome, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like it's a lot of fidgeting and trying. And Clip Studio Paint that came so recommended from Matthias is more of a pain to use than it is, like, that it isn't, like, they've done some, touch gesture stuff for, like, using it on tablets and stuff, but there's so much missing that it becomes a tedium to work in, you know?
Yeah.
Like, just having an airbrush and a hard round brush shouldn't be a fucking adventure where you try to fucking figure out how to make them. Like, there should be, an ease of access. There should be...
These are your brushes. This is...
Yeah.
Just click here and draw with it,
And just, resizing the brushes and stuff. It's like... It's basically the desktop version with some touch
Zoom
gestures.
functions.
Yeah. And that's cool. It's awesome that you managed to put the whole app there, but I still feel like you need to, because most of us don't have keyboards on, like, or I don't. Like, I don't have it on my iPad. I don't have it on anything.
I have one, but I never ever use it.
Exactly,
it's
and I've
always a
had one
pain.
on my old one, and I don't care for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a new one though. But I'll talk about it when I get it.
But if you're gonna write and you're a writer, like you like to write a lot, that's great.
Yeah.
I don't. I write on my phone.
Yeah.
And it goes super quickly. But I just feel that the apps are just like, there's so much fidgeting with settings and trying to find like a proper workflow.
It's weird that they don't have anything better or more like advanced, I guess.
No, but the thing is, it is advanced. It's just not adapted to that workflow.
No, but because Samsung was really early with their pens and the pressure and
yeah,
working with Wacom, like
they had the digitizer
exactly.
in there.
So like, why wouldn't they have developed or have a?
But they've
better...
developed that side, I think, to some extent. But the problem
that was great
is,
back then, but now the iPad has become so good, especially with the new pen and all of this.
The new pen, all the touch gestures,
it's just
everything.
so easy.
Yeah.
And it really is like picking up a sketchpad
and just
drawing
starting
straight away.
Whereas on the Samsung or like the apps there, like it's just such a fucking sense. Like I'm so frustrated, and I've worked with these apps, for like a long time, and I find it hard.
Yeah.
Like it's like I managed to draw nothing yesterday. I did just line trying to figure out like brushes, how to make like a symmetry tool work. Like it's all just too complicated.
Yeah.
Like I think Sketchbook is the only one where you can just sit down and draw.
I was just going to say. But that one is kind of limited in what you can create. I think you can get a really nice finish, but it's going to take you a lot longer because it is limited as the program. Like it is more of a sketchbook than it is like finalizing images type thing.
It has a lot of features though, but I don't know why it feels...
I loved sketching with it. I loved the feel of sketching in that program, and I did a lot of fun, cool sketches.
I haven't used it since.
But that was it. Like I would never use it for a finished piece.
Yeah, I used it back in 2011, 12 when it came out.
That's when I had it.
Because then I discovered Procreate shortly after, and I was like, "Fuck that shit."
Yeah.
And none of them had, what do you call it? Touch sensitive or like pressure.
Yeah.
Because that didn't exist back then.
I got mine for my 30th, right? Or 29th.
I don't remember.
Yeah. So it must have been 13, 14, 2014.
Yeah. But it was just like, I really, really like the tablet though. And I know that Samsung has a lot of, what do you call it? When you can like open a lot of windows, you can do a lot of what is it called? There's a word for it. When you multitask. God damn it. So you can have, like on the iPad, you can have like 2 apps open at the same time. And sometimes a third if it supports it to sort of hover. But on the Samsung, I don't know what the limit is, but you can have a lot of windows, like depending on what you need and stuff. So if you want to watch a video and then have Pinterest and then draw, you can do that. So I really, really appreciate that. I just need to figure out how to do everything. Because I know a friend of mine had, like a couple of years ago, a Samsung tablet, and he showed me a lot of those features. So I'm just guessing it's gotten better in those, like, since I saw that. But I just, like, the drawing apps are frustrating me. Like that, like it's cool. Like Clip Studio is a desktop version. Like you get everything. I don't even think there's like a limit to what this can do.
Yeah.
It's just that you need to adapt it more to just getting started. Like,
Yeah.
Because I don't know, it was such an uphill battle just to do normal shit.
Yeah.
Like, why would I have to search for an airbrush?
Exactly.
Like, why? Like, why so many menus?
Yeah, there was so much that because I did try it the one
Yeah.
time. I downloaded the app and I had the free whatever month or whatever it was. I just sat with it that one day, and that was it. After that, I was kind of discouraged rather than encouraged,
Yeah.
and just automatically went back to Procreate because it's just that gets the job done.
Cramp.
Oh, you cramping?
Yeah.
It's like a new dance. Elias invented.
Cramp style.
Yeah. Did you cramp? But it'll be interesting to hear how it evolves and when you like what you actually stick
Manage
to
to- yeah.
and go forward with for the job, and then also hearing about the job will be fun.
Whenever that job is.
Yeah, whenever
I
it
need to
is.
check up on those details. But the cool thing about the tablet, though, right now, I got the 128 gigabyte storage version. I think it has like some slot as well that you can add like extra memory to it somehow.
Ooh.
I haven't checked for that. Also, it has 8 gigabytes of RAM. I didn't know they had that. So it's like performing really well so far. The pen, I think, is nice. But I don't know. Sometimes, though, like when I go super loose, because I'm not
Nothing
that
happens.
heavy-handed, nothing happens. But then I checked, and it is drawing super light.
Okay.
So I think that there is like the super light to sort of, let's say super light to light, that spectrum there is a bit hit and miss.
Yeah.
And then the sort of, light, medium, dark is good.
Yeah.
But it feels like there's just something missing in that beginning
It's not
phase.
sensitive enough.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's not. I think it's sensitive enough, but I think that it isn't a smooth transition up to super dark.
Yeah.
So there's something there, and I've seen this before on like these pens and stuff, where it just goes like it's not perfect. The transition from really light to dark. Like there's something there that just doesn't translate. I don't know. So the first stroke sometimes it goes a bit like almost invisible to medium, you know what I mean? And that kind of throws you off, but it doesn't happen often enough for me to kind of pick up on it. But it's there.
You're not hating it yet.
Not hating it yet. I'm actually only frustrated with the apps.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I also like the feel of that pen.
Oh, yeah, the
because
tip
it's
is-
smaller. It just, I don't know. It feels easier to use in a way.
No, I get it, but I really love the new Apple Pencil.
Yeah.
Like compared to the old one that was like long and super heavy.
Because that one you can flip. You can't flip the Samsung one.
No, it's so light.
It's like flipping a toothpick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the tip is like this soft rubber
Yeah.
that gives you that nice soft.
Yeah, like I said,
friction.
it really felt like working with a brush pen. Like it has that drag, kind of very.
And without scratching the glass or anything, you're not going to get that.
It
from
feels super smooth and like I really did enjoy that. It was nice.
really nice. But I, if I remember right, that's what it felt like drawing on your old one as well.
It was a little bit stiffer, I think.
Your old one or this one?
Yeah, because that
Okay.
one was the first Samsung tablet with the pen. So I guess they didn't really think about the softness of the nib. But I really enjoyed it too. It felt very much like an actual pencil.
Yeah, like a
Yeah. And it never wore down. I never had to change the nib or anything with it. And I kind of also liked the texture of the glass, I guess.
Yeah, this one is super glossy.
Yeah.
Like, so it gets a lot of fingerprints and dust.
Yeah.
You know, like
mine did as well.
Okay.
But it also had this sort of, felt like a mesh web over it in a way or something that was in there. And some...
Maybe it wasn't pure glass or
Yeah,
something
there
like that.
was
I think it was like
something. I don't know. But that made for like a nice feel when you drag the pen over the surface. It just really felt a little bit like paper texture in a way, but digital version of that.
Oh, you saw how long this was as
Oh, yeah.
well, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like if the iPad is more squarish, this one is like widescreen.
This is
like,
panorama.
Yeah. And at first I was like, what the fuck? But I really kind of
Gotten used to it.
yeah,
now,
I really appreciate that extra space like on the sides,
Yeah.
especially for stupid applications like Clip Studio.
But also perfect for doing like character design. I just thought of now, like when you have it standing up,
Yeah,
you get like a full person in there.
But then you try to post that shit somewhere and
Oh,
it
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
work.
it's not gonna work.
It's not.
No.
But it is nice. Like I really like it. Like it is like quality wise, it feels awesome. I just need to find a workflow that feels intuitive, and I'm missing that right now. I think Sketchbook Pro, that I used to hate, is the best one so far. I've tried Infinite Painter. I've tried Clip Studio. Not okay with without a keyboard. I think that is the main issue that I have, like the keyboard, and it has like functionality for shortcuts and stuff like that. And, every step of the way I had to Google my way to it, and it doesn't find it immediately
But
either.
I mean, once you've done that like the second time, you're already too sick of it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just going to put you off, which it did for me because I was
Same.
like,
this is my third time trying Clip Studio.
you should only have to Google one thing.
Yeah, every now and
Tops.
then. The thing is, like,
And only those specific, very difficult things.
yeah,
Like
everything else should be, like, in your face,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
And that's why I love Procreate. Does Procreate miss a lot of stuff?
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Compared to, like, a computer, it can't do shit, know. But for what it offers and what it is, it's giving you the stuff that you really, really need.
Yeah.
Like, they're in your face.
yes.
Like, they are.
There's no question.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I think finding shortcuts to do different things, of course, that's going to be something that you might need to look up, or you have a good friend that tells you.
Yeah.
But most of the stuff, it's pretty easy to find out. Like
by
how-
yourself. Yeah. And you can find it. There are so many resources. Whereas when I was, and I know that Clip Studio has like a community with a lot of information as well. The only thing is that you don't know what anything is called.
No.
And it took me a while to find what the fuck those, like, the side shortcut keys were called. I don't even remember.
But because it has its own language for everything as well.
So it becomes a bit complicated finding it.
Yeah.
And then I did find something, and I just couldn't understand how I was supposed to create that.
Yeah.
And like, I had to do like 3-4 Google searches to solve this one problem, and that would have been fine if
You just
that
click
was
new document or new sketch.
exactly.
Yeah.
And that would have been fine if it was the only thing that I Googled.
Yeah.
But I had to Google everything.
Yeah.
Everything needed
I think
to be
I actually needed to Google like
how to start.
more
the
or less.
application. Yeah.
Yeah. So that again, like I really wanted to work with Clip Studio because comic and doing
It has
that.
so many of those things.
It's so
and-
made for that. Like, so it felt perfect. But yeah, I just got so discouraged that I just gave up before I even started.
Yeah. And it's such a popular software, so
Yeah.
but I think most people use it on desktop.
Yeah.
And then maybe go to this version. But as a starting off on like a tablet, no mas.
No.
No mas.
Maybe in a year or two when they get like their heads out of their ass and do something good for
we'll
portable
Like-
tablets.
And like I'm seeing a lot of like cool things with it. I just like right now, like Matthias says that it like made his workflow, so much faster. For me, it's made it like 5,000% slower, and I just get frustrated and angry
Yeah.
because nothing is what it seems.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like for now, I see the potential of it, but the using of it is just like, it's like, I don't know. It's just a long frustration. It's just like, ugh. But like excited to try the tablet out though, because it is awesome. I'm going to try to kind of like maybe watch Reacher draw, have Pinterest, try to figure out that whole thing, and just see what the experience is like. And just play around with stuff.
Cool.
Mm?
Yeah.
So I will follow up on this once I've used it for more than 2 times or 3 times now.
A lady.
Yeah, exactly. And 2 of those times have been really frustrating. So, gonna give it an honest try though.
Stay tuned.
Yes.
Awesome. Yep. I've tried nothing new and hate Samsung. So moving on.
And we're back from outer space. No.
Remember when you didn't want to call it retro and then we just stuck with it? And
I don't remember anything.
No.
Oh, yeah. No.
we were trying to find
I
a
didn't
good
want
name.
to call it retro. It was
Yeah.
that we weren't always talking about retro.
No, yeah.
But eventually everything becomes retro and it's perfect.
Exactly. But yeah.
And when this podcast becomes popular, it'll all be retro by then.
Very much yes.
So we are
Yes.
winners at the game of life.
What have you
Okay.
seen, my friend?
I have seen nothing. I have played more Horizon Zero Dawn, and what I can add to what I said last week is that it's such a fun world to run around in, and everything you do is sort of like a story, and these stories can sort of touch other stories in the game.
Oh, okay. So it's
Uh,
more of a Witcher type deal. Like where it-
like a light touch of that.
Mhm.
But it doesn't have like consequences where you lose like stuff that you did in The Witcher,
Yeah.
consequences and stuff. But it is sort of like if you only do main missions, but never talk to sort of like the people at your camp, you can miss some stuff. Like just small little story stuff that kind of builds the world, you know.
Yeah.
But it is fun. Like every time I discover a new settlement or something, there's like these people and whatever their story is, you know, and then there's someone that you might need to help or something has happened. It's so much fun. And it's so much fun fighting these big dinosaurs that are trying to kill you, or monsters, you know, like saber-toothed tigers and
Tyrannosaurus Tex.
Dude, yes. Tex.
Tech.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
nice. But it's just such a powerful experience, you know, like it's a lot of fun.
No, I really want to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Even like enough to contemplate getting it on the PS4
Mm.
because
I don't think you're gonna see a big difference.
No,
Like, just,
but it's just like, you know, the reason to get the 5 just to get there, but it's still so fucking expensive and it just feels
yeah, it is actually, and you
Yeah.
can't get it. That's the thing; it's not even
No.
available.
so. For now, Need for Speed for me. Yeah.
No, but I do recommend everyone play the game. Like even if you haven't played the first one and you don't have time to play the first one, watch a couple of YouTubes, like 20 minutes, 15. They'll explain it for you. Jump in the second one, have fun.
Awesome. Yeah. No, I still like my plan is to finish Need for Speed and then reinstall the first one and just play it from the beginning to just play it, I guess.
And if you do that, skip all the extra stuff.
Yes,
Because
sir.
it's not worth it. It's like, go gather me sticks. Fuck you. Go gather your own sticks, old
Maybe I
lady.
want to gather sticks.
So boring.
Yeah.
So boring.
But yeah,
But
for
yeah.
now.
But
Great
main story,
music.
great.
Cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, the stuff that I've seen, I mean, there's not that much that's out, but I did dive into the Reacher show that Ilias mentioned, and I was not expecting anything out of this show. I've seen the 2 like Tom Cruise movies about, I guess, inspired by this character. And I did enjoy them, but they were Tom Cruise movies, like Tom Cruise Reacher. Tom Reacher. So when they announced this one, I was like, well, whoop-de-doo, you know, great. Another show I'm not going to watch. And then I just needed to stay up and draw a lot this week, so I just clicked it, I guess, and then started drawing, and then more and more my eyes were going towards the television, and then all of a sudden I was just watching the show and not drawing anything, and I was like, holy shit, like this is really deep, good. I think the best way I can describe it, and it's gonna sound weird, but it really is like the perfect American version of Sherlock Holmes. Like if you imagine like America, but Sherlock Holmes. It's this, gigantic quarterback type
Sherlock Holmes now.
character who's just ginormous with just big, massive muscles and, Marine and super army dude, but also extremely humble, extremely smart. Well, maybe not humble, but extremely smart photographic memory type deal, manners and all of this. It all works. And he's a total badass.
It's like a Swiss Army knife. That's what I'm hearing.
Swiss Army douche.
Swiss Army douche.
But American Army douche, I guess, because he's not Swiss.
Okay, non-Swiss.
Non-Swiss. I think maybe he has French connections. Yeah, I don't know. But a good show. I really did enjoy it from start to finish. Not at all on Peacemaker level for me, of course, but enough to not be able to stop watching it. I was kind of looking forward to keep watching the show.
Very nice.
So it took me off guard. So that was one of the big positives. And then the new Kingsman is out on Disney.
Yeah.
So Reacher is on Amazon or on Prime. So in case you have that, I do recommend you just check it out. If you don't like it after the first episode, you're not going to like the rest. But the Kingsman really caught me off guard, to be honest.
That one too.
Yes. Because but with the Kingsman, you kind of know what you're getting.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of the previous ones?
Yeah, both.
Both of them. This is totally different.
Okay.
But still very much
Within
the same.
that same universe, yeah.
So it's still very over the top when it comes to the action stuff. But this one has so much heart. And I think story-wise, this is definitely the best out of all of them. I saw the Golden Circle again just to see.
Is that the second one?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I did not like that one.
I do enjoy it, but that one is so extremely over the top with everything. The first one was still grounded in a way, but just...
The first one I thought it was okay. The second one I was just end.
Yeah.
Please.
No, but
I don't know why.
A lot of people have said that, but that is kind of where I am the odd one out, where I do enjoy the really bad movies, because you can feel how they all just embrace the goofiness of the whole concept of it, and it just works. Whereas the Kingsman, the first, the latest one, you got Ralph Fiennes, who is the lead in this, and
he's always awesome.
Yes, I can't think of a
I
movie
don't think that he
he's
was bad
been-
in. Yeah,
Exactly, and he kicks ass in this role, and
it's unexpected.
yeah,
It's very unexpected.
and
to see
I
him do
think
stuff.
that is kind of the key word for this movie, just unexpected.
This is the one with Rasputin, right?
Yeah, exactly, and that's also. Well, just that fight. You can see glimpses of it in the trailer, but that fight was so awesome. I loved it because it just merges, slight spoiler, but it merges dancing with fighting in the best possible way. Because Rasputin is known for being this sort of, ballet dude, I guess, or something. But he
murders
really
on the dance floor,
but
literally.
Kind of, yeah. So everything he does looks like it's super choreographed by this prima ballerina dancer, and then the other ones are just trying to kill him, and he's just playing with them, and it's perfect. It's again, you have to be very open-minded when all of this stupid stuff happens.
Of course.
And it does take it to the very limit of oh Jesus, what
I was gonna
the
see this
fuck?
with my kids, so I think it's gonna be.
It's some stuff happens in it and it's dark, but so
doesn't matter.
No, okay.
My kids don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it might be good for them to see, I guess. Just think. No, I'm not going to spoil anything.
Well, we can talk about it after.
Yeah.
Give me a parental warning.
Yes. But I really did enjoy it. So I've seen it twice. The first time I watched it, I had to draw again. But I felt this, I think, Sana might like, and I really want to actually watch. So like, it made for a good second viewing where I had the whole story and I could actually just watch it. And then again, Sana was out after 15 minutes, so I just watched it again.
All by
Yeah.
myself again.
She woke up every time there was an action scene, and I asked her like, "Oh, so what did you think of the movie?" She's like, "It's so loud and violent," and I was like, "Well, you were only awake those like 10 minutes
10,
of like
yeah,
very
totals, yeah.
much action, every talking point and all the heart and everything that I think you would like, you missed. So you say nothing."
Should have like a volume setting so that when it's calm, it goes up. The volume goes up.
Yeah.
Like every time they talk.
Actually, I should, because now I have a smart TV, so I can tell it to do that. I think.
Do smart things, TV.
Come on,
Doesn't work. It's
Simone.
broken.
Simone. But I forgot to tell you the Jack Reacher show.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to guess what that has on IMDb rating?
Rating
Yeah.
8.3.
Dude, how
Boom.
the fuck?
Boom.
You're
I have
too
no
good at
idea.
this.
I have no idea. I was
But
just-
yeah,
it was like,
8.3.
what?
Yes.
Yes.
Like
Feels so good. It felt better than the bullseyes.
yeah. No, but that was like the epitome of bullseye. And the premise of the show, I think it explains it perfectly. It's Jack Reacher was arrested for murder,
He
and
did not
now
commit.
the police need his help, based on the books by Lee
By
Child.
the wait, he got
He got-
framed.
He got arrested for murder, and then
They need his help
yeah.
to solve his own.
exactly, and that's where
crime.
the cool thing is in
Okay.
the show.
Okay,
So
okay,
it's
okay.
like, it just works.
I just like renegade. He was a cop, good at his job.
But it kind of feels like that. Yeah. Callback. But yeah, so what would you say the Kingsman,
Got
rating wise?
6.8.
Ah,
God.
you were
God
too
damn it.
generous.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but 6.4. So
Oh, but it's still on the 6.
yeah,
So
oh yeah.
that's, yeah.
I mean,
okay.
you're still really good at this. But yeah, so that kind of puts it in perspective. I think it's a B movie.
Dude, I've seen the trailer.
Yeah, that's all. That's all you need.
I'm expecting way less.
You
than
should
the
not be
trailer is given.
expecting.
Yeah. No, I think it has some moments that my kids would really enjoy in it, and I think every sort of like movie like that should have some darkness in it for it to to make the comedy or like the jabs a bit more
Yeah, but
So-
again, this is set during like the First World War, so it is a lot darker.
Yeah.
Which is why I like it a lot more, because it again, the heart in this movie, there's a lot of heart. But then a lot of the tropes that you see today, which I guess you will definitely see.
but they won't. So
Yeah, we'll see if you enjoy it or not. It'll be interesting. And because you talked about it for so much, Love on the Spectrum. I had to just try it because we were sitting there scrolling and trying to find stuff
And
that
you know
we
what
could
I
watch.
love? You've seen more than I have.
Yeah. I couldn't stop. No, Santa loved it. I loved it. It's a lot of like cringe moments when you're just sitting
but
there.
that is the best part of
Yeah.
it. Like it is that.
It is the whole show is that way, but
It's heart and cringe.
Yeah.
Basically.
when you have to stop and always consider that these people are like actually dealing with this. It's
Yeah,
not
that's-
a scripted
oh, man.
thing. It's
We-
just like people really trying to find love, and they can't interact socially.
Yeah.
Like
and it's
how
like,
do you get past that and
There's-
find love?
Exactly. And
know?
and like we can't watch that show without sometimes just stopping and talking about like that struggle.
Yeah.
Like that everyone like takes for granted.
Yeah.
And these people are just trying to figure out how to sort of talk to
And
another person.
Exactly. And
And-
we did the same.
Yeah, like,
many times.
so
Just
many
like,
times.
How the fuck? Like
And you can see sometimes that they're trying, like really trying, and it gets quiet,
and they tried too hard, so it just ends
backfires.
up.
Yeah.
And they just stand there like total brain fart, like,
yeah.
and they feel
And,
really
and they're so
honest.
kind and
Yeah.
so
like
and to see-
completely honest
yeah,
in
and
all the best ways, I guess.
and
Also
they
that-
don't emote always.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't always emote what maybe I would when I talk to someone, or even pretend to emote, you know, like even if it's not very interesting, like you can at least, you know, make the other person feel comfortable, and then you get to something where you both kind of jive again.
And like, speaking of the whole taking stuff for granted, but our gift of just being placed in any social event or anywhere, and we can just blah, 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 you know, always. And then trying to just
put yourself in their headspace,
It's crazy.
And
like, you just feel so much for these people, and they are so, like, beautiful.
Oh, so much. And that's what I told you. When you need to reset your sort of, like, your perspective on life, like, look at these people. Like the things that they're dealing with, that is a reality, you know. And because, like, it's so easy to get sort of in your bubble and, you know, oh shit, this and that, and then you look at people that actually have to struggle with things, and and it's heartbreaking sometimes as well. You know?
It is.
But it's just their honesty is so refreshing. Like the way that they view life, and like the stuff that that I just, you know, I don't sometimes even reflect on.
No.
You know?
And it's funny how, like, you know, I just relate so much to them because they have all the same interests as we do, more or less.
So much.
It's just anime and cartoons and like all this, and I'm like, I wonder where I would be on the spectrum. Like, I'm sure I might be far off, but I'm sure somewhere I am probably on the spectrum.
You know what I love? The guy Michael, that feels most like a character that is like, because his voice has like a certain way that he speaks that it sounds like he's acting, you know.
They only want intercourse.
Exactly. And he's, oh man, he is my favorite dude. Like, I would love to just meet him and talk to him, you know. And you know, when
Did
he's
you see
on
the
those
Comic-Con one?
Yeah, but just before that, when he meets her the first time, and she's like, oh, I like, you know, I don't remember what she says, toys, old toys and stuff like that, and he just sits there. And he just like oh,
me too.
Oh man, that is the most honest, like, because a lot of them, like we said, like, they don't emote, like, because that they just sometimes
they're disconnected. They don't.
But Michael just, he lit up
like a firecracker.
Like but he's just like, that moment, like,
you just,
it was so beautiful.
Again, genuine.
Yeah, because he was talking to people, you know, and like he's trying to find like common interest and ask questions and stuff, but you can see that there's no connection happening. Like, and you know, and then he gets to that point and he lights up. Like, it is such a contrast to everything up to that point. And and all those, like, when they're trying to speed date and stuff like that and talk, and it's like I would be uncomfortable there, you know, like I would do it and you probably wouldn't notice, but here you notice it, you know. It's so like they're really trying and they can't find the words to say.
And some people can't even talk back and they're just trying to get them to talk. And, you know, they get overwhelmed with the cameras there and all this, of course.
Yes.
Like the fact that they're even doing the show, I guess.
Yeah, that's what we talked about as well. Like when Michael takes her to dinner at that fancy restaurant, like it could have been something so much simpler that didn't feel so formal and like pressurized, like a coffee rather than this super schmancy
and
dinner.
He kept saying that too, I think. Like he understood that was maybe over the top.
But that's the thing as well. If you take the Asian kid, what's his name? Kelvin, thank you. Yeah. I think he has the hardest time with the social part.
He feels the most sort of, can you say, underdeveloped mentally?
Like, no, I think it's social skills that are underdeveloped. Not because when he talks, like, I think he has a lot of information in his brain. But as soon as they're to be applied, like talking to someone else socially, it's not developed there. Like there are a lot of things that they're just not there, or they're not being connected at least.
But I was so proud of him when he went on his first date. Like, it was such a big moment.
That the Japanese place where they were cooking in front of them?
It's like, here's the fire, and he's like, wow, you know.
And that is what I'm talking about. That genuine excitement and stuff like that I'm a bit sad at myself for not
reacting that way.
Not exactly,
But
but
taking it in that way.
But being
Yeah.
a bit more negative before I do things. You know,
Yes.
like
Like we are.
Yes.
Yes.
And I've gotten better though. Oh man, I've gotten so much better. I've realized that when we're doing stuff that I would see as boring, I don't say it anymore.
Yeah.
And that took fucking years. I think it took this whole podcast, like since we started. Like it just took 4 or 5 years to get rid of that. Fucking slow progress.
Yeah.
But I've gotten better, and just seeing stuff like this, like people that like seeing life through someone else's eyes. Sure, this is, you know, it's a TV show
Yeah.
still.
I'm sure that it's scripted in many ways as well. Like we don't know how honest it is, but it's still.
But it is like some things you just can't fake
No,
either, you know.
no, exactly.
And you've seen, like, I don't know, like it's just, I just really appreciate seeing, you know, people with a different outlook than my own and the people around me, you know, like just getting another kind of perspective. Because this is a world that, now my wife's brother has autism.
Okay.
But it's, you know, it used to be, but he doesn't lack the social part, except that he just, like, he's socially, like, reserved, but it doesn't get weird in that sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you'll have to be the one that drives the conversation.
Yeah. He's
But
just
if
a
the-
bit withdrawn. I
Yeah,
guess.
but they, when he was younger, he stopped going to school. He stopped doing a lot of things, and
okay.
then they did, you know, the thing, and then he has autism, which is one big thing.
Yeah.
So you need to structure a life, you know, to kind of
Cater to that.
Yeah, but he's just like, I think the way that it happens to him is that he's very reserved.
Yeah.
But now that he's gotten, you know, like what is he now, like 20?
Yeah, he's turning 20, right?
No, yeah, either turning or is 20. I think he turned 20 last year. I don't know.
I don't know.
But the thing is, now that he's gotten a bit older as well, like he's kind of, you know, bloomed or like become, like he goes out by himself now. He meets friends. He goes to school, trying to get his grades up, and he talks about it. You know,
Okay.
so he's really
So something has happened.
something
Yeah.
has happened from like that. Because I think
Introverted,
because it started when he was like 16.
Yeah,
like
okay.
really, really started. Because when he was a little kid, he was very much like a normal little kid in the sense of his sort of social abilities. So like when I compare him to like the way my son acts, they feel the same, you know.
Yeah.
It was just when we got into like the teens, something happened, and he got like super reserved. Because before he was like blah, 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 you know, like kids are.
Yeah.
And then just like super, super reserved.
Strange.
Yes, and we don't know. So, but now he just feels like another human being. You know, like like he's evolved so much.
Cool.
Yeah. So it
Nice.
is very nice.
Maybe he saw the show. Yeah.
No, but it
But
is
really,
like,
it did put a lot of stuff in perspective, and I did, like, I don't know if you guys do that, but I just felt like as soon as we'd seen an episode, and maybe
Yeah.
I went up to like heat some water for a cup of tea or something, the way I communicate with Santa is like very articulate and like I kind of influenced by it and like kind of express more what I'm feeling and like have. They take me to a place where it's good to like share and like, oh, if you're feeling this, then say that and that will resolve.
But not everyone
whatever.
did that as well. That's what
No,
we were talking
no,
about. Like
yeah.
some did that and some didn't do it at all.
Exactly.
And some just like they didn't have any feedback. You know what I mean? You say something nice and I have nothing to give back. Like that is and I think that is like it's such a difficult thing, like being a social animal.
But I think that's the best segue to the last movie that I've seen this week from like one of the biggest masterpieces of early 90s, Universal Soldier. Because they are
robots.
pretty much,
No, I mean in the movie, they are robots.
Yeah, so they
Like,
kind of
'cause
behave in that way. They're very shut down and don't know how to like emote feelings and stuff.
No. Like I would say that my wife's brother at some point was very sort of like not
Dolph.
animated, but it was very much like you say something, they answer it with a word or two,
Yeah.
and then you're just like,
Okay.
yeah, and it isn't, something that they're. I don't know if it
Maybe
was
it
something
didn't
that he.
register to him.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
just needed to answer the question.
But
Yeah.
when you are, like used to people sort of telling you a lot of stuff, when you ask that question, it becomes like odd.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it was cool. Yeah.
Universal Soldier, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Dolph Lundgren, Face to Face, and it's just as awesome as you would think. What's it about, you ask? It's two rival soldiers who were killed in Vietnam are brought back to life in a top-secret military experiment that creates superhuman warriors. That's the premise of the movie, and that's how awesome it is.
Yep. Loved this movie as a kid.
Yeah. It's
So
not
much.
as good as we remember.
It's as good as you remember it. If you don't watch it, it's as good as you remember it.
Oh, yeah. No, I rented it on YouTube. I couldn't find it anywhere else.
Don't you have this? VHS,
Actually, I
maybe.
don't.
Maybe VHS. Though.
I don't. Yeah,
Like-
maybe taped.
Yeah, taped on
VHS.
VHS.
But no, I don't have it on DVD. I really should. But I guess like the whole story of it is perfect, really. It's just the acting of these two action stars that are not good actors.
But isn't the acting good when he's eating? Like
Yeah,
when he's
he's-
just quiet.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I feel
that's the best piece
part.
of
Yeah,
acting
yeah.
that he's done. And Dolph doesn't eat, so
He's not good.
yeah. That pretty much explains that.
The level of acting in this
Yeah.
movie.
He likes collecting things, specifically people's
Ears,
ears.
yeah.
And he's just doing these really bad puns. Like,
Oh no!
I can't hear you. And he's just
Oh
you know,
shit!
stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah. So, but it was a great nostalgia callback. Just speaking of like retro, this is pretty much for me as retro as it goes, because this is our childhood. This, like, whenever we went into the video store, this one would stick out, even though we'd seen it, because
So many times.
Yeah.
Like the cover with them on the cover.
Just
with
standing
like,
there
Isn't it
with-
like fire behind them or something?
I think so.
Something cool
But
behind
they're
them.
like desert
Camo,
camo
yeah.
and that eye thing, like so badass and so before its time in a
I
way.
think I drew that cover. Like I even traced it. I drew it. I did a lot of things to that cover, which sounds weird now that I say it out loud.
Yeah. It's all good. I can bleep it. My new superpower. The bleep.
It's just to make things weirder than what we actually say.
Yeah.
It's just no.
I need to find a better bleep. But no, I definitely recommend this movie to anybody that hasn't seen it and likes any type of late 80s, early 90s action. Or any action in general. Like, because these guys can fight, and they're really, like, when they kick and punch, it still looks good, even if it's 90s film good. But in this movie, they kind of sell it in a better way than most other action movies did back then. And I didn't check if Van Damme or Dolph Lundgren were sort of involved in the stunts in any way.
I'm thinking
But-
that they are just like Scott Adkins.
Yeah.
They do the fighting by themselves, and then anything, like maybe flying through like walls and shit.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not them because you don't want to injure them.
And you can see in the scene where Jean-Claude Van Damme goes through the wall that it's definitely not.
Not Jean-Claude Van
Jean-Claude.
Damme. It's
Yeah.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, it's not.
You just see like a clock, just like
Clock.
what?
Yeah, it's been a while. Siri, answer me a question.
She talked to me earlier today, but I took it off, so now it's locked.
Oh, stupid.
Stupid watch.
Stupid watch.
Oh shit! I put it on too loosely. Loosey goosey. No.
Nope.
So it's only fine when you say it. Son
Chicken
of a bitch.
feed. Yeah.
Chicken feed. Very nice. I got the reference.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
I heard your sister's going out with Squeak.
So, what would you guess the IMDb rating is
Shit, for
this
Universal
one? Mhm.
Soldier. question is, when was it rated on IMDb?
Yeah, that is true. Because it's
'cause it does
probably been there
differ,
for a
yeah.
while.
No, because there are a lot of movies that have like a higher rating than they deserve to have. Because
Yeah.
when you go back and you watch them, not
And that's why I think Reacher has such high marks, because it's a brand new show.
yeah.
So, like, at this stage,
Shit,
only
Universal
yeah.
Soldier. I'm gonna go with fuck. This one is hard. 6.7.
Dude, that's way
high?
too nice.
Yeah.
But
I was thinking like back then it would
Yeah.
have gotten a higher.
oh yeah, no, back
But,
then it would
okay.
have been a 7.3.
Yeah, that's why I
probably.
went to like 6 point.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
compared to all the other ones,
Yeah.
it definitely
But is it
deserves.
like a 5 point something?
No, it's
not even.
No. It's more.
higher.
It's more
Okay,
than
okay,
a 5 point
okay,
something.
Okay.
But it's a 6.1.
But
is
it's
what it
still
is
6. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
so it's
in
still
the 6,
over
yeah,
6.
It's in 6.
in that region.
Yeah.
So it kind of
Hmm.
lands on a similar level to the Kingsman.
Now
Which
I'm curious.
also-
What does Tropic Thunder have
Ooh.
with blackface in it?
Oh
So
man, yeah.
That's what because I'm thinking like, how does IMDb work when something has aged poorly? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Is it still a great piece of cinema or is it a racist movie?
That's very I don't know. But what I like with
yeah, it's pretty high.
7.4.
No, it's just 7.
Damn.
Or maybe it is 7.4. Maybe it doesn't say out here. It's 7.
Yeah. But that's still really good
It's really good
for
comedy
for a blackface
and
for-
and blackface. It's
and Ben
pretty-
Stiller wearing a panda head.
Yeah, it's
Jack Black. Like it's
Jack
the
Black being Jack Black.
it's the stupidest movie ever, but it's so good.
Yep.
And speaking of stupid movies, we really do need to watch the Foo Fighters one.
Oh, I so want to see that. Like, out of everything that's coming, God damn it, that is the movie that I want to see.
What was it called? Studio 666?
666 999. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Something.
yes.
Yeah. And I love that. So
Like-
I heard of it from Dave Grohl, and he
Mm.
was promoting it on Hot Ones, the spicy chicken wing show. And it was so much fun, like how he took over the whole show. Normally, Sean Evans, the guy that interviews, is really good, and it just,
Yeah, he's calm and just asks questions.
yeah, and he steers it
yeah.
along really nicely. But here, Dave introduces booze, and they start doing shots, and then all of a sudden,
Fuck.
like halfway in, Sean is like, "Let's do another shot." And he's just like, "Oh, he's feeling it." And towards the end, it's just he just
Jesus.
wants more shots.
Okay, I need to watch that one. Like, don't tell
It's-
me anything
yeah,
more. Like, I
it's-
really need to see that one.
Yeah, it was fun, and it's just Dave Grohl being Dave Grohl.
is- yeah.
He seems like the coolest dude ever. But yeah, then he mentioned the movie and how he came up with the idea for it. And he just sort of presented the idea, and everybody was like, "Yes, oh my God, we need to do this." And then that became the
Yeah, I
thing.
hope it's better than the Tenacious D movie.
I
'Cause I-
definitely don't think so. How can you get better than The Pick of
I
Destiny?
hate that movie. Like,
I know.
I saw it at the cinema and I was like, what the and I love some ridiculous shit, but that one,
Yeah,
it was just like, it was too
ridiculous.
silly. Yeah. That it went beyond fun.
Yeah, no, but it's like you need to
It
be
had
in
some
a
points,
certain
yeah,
state
but
of
it had
mind
some-
to really.
It has some really good
Appreciate it.
parts, but those are the subtler
Yeah,
parts.
yeah. Yeah.
Because Jack Black is awesome.
Yes.
Like,
pretty much in everything that he does. Like he's a very underrated actor. Really.
dude, he can both act like really good, like just normal acting, like good acting, but it also just like his sense for music and that it actually sounds good
And comedic timing.
and comedic timing,
With the
everything.
music.
Yeah, I'm actually watching like a D&D thing with him right now
Oh, really?
because he's so good. Like, I love that guy.
What's he doing with the D&D?
No, it's just like a YouTube clip of them playing D&D for 2 hours,
okay.
where he invites a couple of friends within that universe that they're playing into this haunted mansion.
Oh.
And I haven't gotten that much further, but I just found it when I was going to bed.
Oh, okay.
So I just started, and everyone's gathering there, and he's like starting to, like in The Shining, he's starting to go like insane in the house, and then his friends come over to help him redecorate or something like that, or whatever the fuck it was. And then they start sort of looking into this haunting or whatever the fuck it is. So I haven't
Cool.
gotten further than that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
But it's Jack Black.
It's Jack Black.
Yeah.
Cha-na-na-na-na-na. Yeah.
Dude, all the stuff that he does like that, I'm so fucking like, every time he does it, I can't believe how good it is. When he does like everything from like Beethoven to, you know, whatever. And it's just like mouthing. He's just mouthing the songs basically.
Yeah.
And adding some lyrics to them sometimes. And you're like, what? Why is that good though? You know what I mean?
Because
Like,
it's kind of Scatman-ish, you know,
dude, it is,
scatting.
yes, but his style of weird.
He's like a full rock band just with his
In
mouth.
His mouth.
Yeah. That's
Rock mouth.
rock mouth. Probably, yeah.
Yes, whatever.
Not gonna bleep it. Yeah.
But yes, Foo Fighters.
Foo
I want to
Fighters.
see it.
Yeah, we need to see it. But yeah, I think that's all I've got, folks.
I have nothing. I've seen nothing.
You've seen everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like this week, I haven't seen movies. Like I saw another episode of the Spectrum thing, but that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finish it. I'm gonna start season 2.
I'm watching with Maria though. She's slow.
Yeah.
Both mentally and
I just told Santa to like just keep watching it. I'll do the hamster cage stuff and just sort of look at it every once in a while. But it took a while to do the hamster cage. Let's just put it that way.
But on the subject of watching things before we round off, Maria is watching Grey's Anatomy again for the 4th time. The whole thing. Like, what is it, like 18 seasons?
Probably more.
More? Yeah. More?
It's still going.
Yeah. And yes,
Yeah,
it is. Yes,
yeah.
it is, actually, because the season came out last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
And she, no, she loves that show. It's her show. It's a jam.
Nice.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, what am I gonna say? You know, what can I say?
A can of
You
say.
keep-
That's all we're gonna say.
You keep watching that, Maria. Yeah. Yeah. I need to get out of here because
Skedaddle.
I don't have anything more to say, and I need to do stuff. I guess.
Yeah, boop. Boop,
Boop, boop, boop, boop, boop, boop, boop. Yeah,
boop,
doop da boop.
boop.
Boopity-boppy.
I watched that. I showed my kids that thing today.
Skid
Yeah. No, the Family Guy, when he goes into that place.
Oh, the
It's
boppity
boppity
boppity.
boppity. And they weren't even, like, my kids, they were a bit upset with me that we didn't watch iPads while we were eating. And then I was like, we were talking about something, and then that came up, and they were like, and then I showed it, and my son was like, he just like, he tried not to laugh, but then they were like, boppity boopity boppity, and then the other guy gets upset and like beepity boopity's back, and it was fun.
You shut up with your shut up.
Yeah. It was funny.
Yeah. Nice.
And with that said, boopity boopity boppity boopity boppity. We're good. Goodbye.
And up and skadoosh. Yeah.
No.
No.
Skippity boppity boopity boppity.
Skippity poppity.
And douche. Boop.
Thanks for listening. Goodbye, everybody.